This is surprisingly a great combination. Hey guys, what is up? This is Max Davis, me once again. Welcome back to another movie review, aka After I Saw. I know it's been a few weeks since I reviewed my last movie, which was Nosferatu, which was Christmas, and Christmas was nearly 3 weeks ago? Oh my god, pretty soon we're gonna have 2026 by tomorrow. But anyways, this time I'm gonna be reviewing Better Man. Now technically, this isn't really a movie coming out this year. It's one of those scenarios where they release a big, movie that's probably going to get a good amount of praise from critics that comes out during Christmas time, but then gets a wider release earlier in the year of, the next year. So, of course, that's the same case with this movie. And this is a biographical musical that is, what a coincidence, from the director of The Greatest Showman, where we follow the life story of Robbie Williams. No, not Robin Williams, Robbie Williams, who I actually never heard about, but he's a British pop star. But in this movie, they make him out to be a chimp, which seems absolutely stupid, but, it's actually kind of makes the movie feel a bit more interesting. We basically follow his story life of fame, and we see the rise of him, but also the fall, where he seems that fame is the biggest thing that he needs in life, but he learns that the hard way much later on, as he is very addicted to drugs and alcohol, and basically it's something that I feel like most celebrities can relate to when it comes to fame, whether you're a famous movie actor or a pop star or a YouTuber. I'm a very small YouTuber, so thankfully that'll never happen with me. But the thing that got me hooked, like really making this movie pique my interest, was the fact that Robbie Williams was a chimp. And for some people, that seems like a stupid idea for a biopic. Taking a real life story and just making the man in the movie a chimp. Like, that is just absolutely stupid. No way could that work. But let me tell you, it actually works very well in this movie. What I find very intriguing about this is that they actually take the story seriously and not making a bunch of monkey jokes because nobody even notices he's a monkey. Basically, Robbie sees himself as a monkey, so us, as the audience, basically see that he technically is, well, an ape in the movie, but everybody makes him out to be human. Basically himself, there's no monkey jokes or anything like that. And I think that's actually really, really smart. Just having us, see him as a monkey while everyone else sees him as a human. It's actually done in a very, very engaging way. And it never takes away from the emotion it has because it tends to be very powerful. I wasn't very familiar with Robbie Williams, but I mean, this seemed like it would be like every other biopic, and for some people, it certainly is with elements of a musical mixed in, but the songs were so good. I mean, of course, it's a jukebox musical, meaning it's going to have cover songs. Basically, that one song, and then the end is near. It's a song that Robbie Williams and his father like to sing, bringing them closer together, which I thought was very engaging. And a lot of the times, the movie can get, quite vulgar. It is R-rated, and oftentimes, there are going to be elements of him doing drugs, and there's an F-bomb every 5 seconds. It kept the movie very entertaining, and it never really felt like it was over 2 hours. I felt like I was watching a movie much shorter than that, mainly just because Robbie is a chimp in the movie. I just felt like that made the movie all the more interesting, and it always focuses on him. Not a specific family member or anything like that, basically his life story. Yeah, fame isn't always the answer to life. And he learns that the hard way when, he gains stuff in his life, like a wife, but loses it much later on. And there are often elements to the film that often, just shows you rather than tells you about these certain stuff that are going on in the film. I mean, once in a while there is explanations, but there are often times when it comes to scenes that can be silent and they just rather show it rather than tell what's going on. Now, when it comes to some parts of the movie, I feel like they try cramming in all different parts of the movie at once, specifically during this beautifully choreographed dance number during the middle of the movie where there's something that seems uplifting but also ends up being very tragic. I feel like some elements to the film where they try cramming in a few things at once during specific song numbers, which did kind of, I wouldn't necessarily say irritate, kind of, got me a little bit lost at first because I felt like it was a little too much for me to handle. But other than that, I just had a blast watching this movie. I really liked where it was going. It really got me connected to Robbie Williams more, the fact that he is a chimp in the movie. But of course, the visual effects were absolutely amazing and it never felt noticeable. I don't know. I feel like that's the main thing that Hollywood. Okay, let's not really talk about Hollywood right now because everybody in Los Angeles, they're just, yeah, well, I feel like the people, when it comes to modern filmmaking, when it comes to visual effects, I feel like they often get it right when it comes to, bringing a monkey to life or ape, obviously. But yeah, in the end, guys, Better Man was way better than I thought. No pun intended. Well, okay, kind of pun intended because I was hoping it would be good, but wow, this movie it might seem silly at first just due to the fact that, it's a biopic, but instead of the man being a man, he's a monkey. But the fact that nobody even notices and it just has the audience see him as an ape rather than, the people in the movie because they still go for a serious route. They take his life story seriously and they tell it in a really engaging way. And I love the music. It's definitely, I also love how when it comes to the musical numbers, they aren't completely random and feel like they have no purpose. Like, I'm randomly singing this song about my life. I'm randomly singing this song that has absolutely no purpose in the movie, like that movie, which could have been amazing had they not had songs and not really focused on the courtroom drama stuff. But yeah, I was completely glued to the screen. I really liked the storyline when it came to Robbie Williams, life story, and I thought it was both tragic, but also at the same time can be uplifting. But it definitely kept the emotion going for it, despite Robbie being an ape. It never took away whatsoever. I was still able to take the story seriously, and it truly got me connected with the character and person at the same time. All I gotta say is, Better Man made me go bananas by the end. I shouldn't really be using a monkey pun because, again, they don't acknowledge that he's an ape. Only we, as the audience members, do. Though there's often a time where he gets called an animal, but it wasn't, like a joke or anything like that. And my oven just beeped. I gotta put something in the oven. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. There is one more movie that I want to try seeing before doing my best of the year list. I should have it out before the end of the month. Sorry it's taking so long, but it's one of those scenarios where, some of the best movies to come out are coming in the earlier in the year, so that's why I haven't done it yet. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Word out.